My opening video doesn't want to plan. It's all good. I had prepared some gloves, and I prepared my this, and I wanted to find out. Woo, are you ready for an amazing show? Are you ready to be inspired by two amazing couples? I cannot wait to introduce my two amazing couples to all of you. And this is part of a three-part series on love. And today's episode is called Voices of Love because both gentlemen are serenading to their beautiful wives. Oh, I cannot wait. We've already have ladies and gentlemen from the two groups here. I cannot wait. So let me see if I can play my beautiful sponsors video, and then I am going to bring in my beautiful guest. I'm so excited. I cannot hide it. And I do have a crown for my beautiful Nadia and Donna. And I do have a tie for my beautiful Jeff and Dr. Stan. So I am ready. Are you ready? And I wanted to ask you, what does love got to do with this? What does love got to do with this? Oh, in my eyes, everything, everything. So let me see. First of all, I want to thank you, my beautiful sponsor, Jose Escobar from the Connectors Leaders Academy, for being a sponsor for our show. Here is your beautiful words. Doesn't want to play. I don't understand why. Okay. Perfect, 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 perfect. So I do have some feedback. Beautiful Marie says, hello, beautiful, excited for the show. You, Marie, we're going to have an amazing show. So I am going to bring in my beautiful guests, Jeff and Donna. And then as soon as Dr. Stan is ready, we will bring in Dr. Stan and Nadia. Here is beautiful Donna and beautiful Jeff. Are you ready? There you are. Hello, my beautiful Donna. Hello, my beautiful Jeff. I don't know what's cooking on my side. None of my videos wants to play. And I think it's all the angels and the Cupid arrows that wants to have more time with the two of you and also the two of beautiful Dr. Stan and Nadia. So, my beautiful Donna, can you please introduce Jeff to the audience and the Diamond Beauties that's on the show already? Okay, now I don't hear. Just give me unmute. Yes, yes,
Here we go. Can you hear me now?
yes.
Are you kidding? I would love to introduce my Jeffrey. He is a man of, shall I say, he never quits. Shall I say he's very persistent? Shall I say he pulled out all the ranks when it came to courting me?
Yes.
Okay. And this is how he is in life. This is what I noticed about Jeffrey. He is he used to be a youth pastor. He's a musician. He's funny as all get out. I would say he even has a photographic memory. Okay. This is a man who taught himself how to play the guitar at 8 years old. Now, I tried not to fall in love with him. I really did, but it was to no avail. I think 9 days after knowing him, I was head over heels, and I was finished.
And I didn't know why it took her that long because it only took me 2 dates.
So beautiful. And before I'm going to give it over to Jeff, what is the quality in Jeff that you truly, truly love?
When I think back, and even today, he is so empathetic for my needs. And when he says he wants to always see me in a better place, Those are not just words. He truly always wants to see me in a better place. And he has proven that time and time again. And I never needed him to prove it, but it just kept rolling out. And he touches my soul so deeply.
And I had the privilege to be sitting there where you are sitting, my beautiful Donna. And Jeff was at the back making beautiful food. And then he came and sit with us. And it was an evening that I will forever remember. So, my beautiful Jeff, are you ready to introduce beautiful Donna to the audience?
I am always ready to introduce this woman. This woman really is the most amazing woman I've ever known. I have never, ever, ever heard a bad word about anyone come out of the mouth of this woman. She walks in love. If you really want to see someone with the definition of walking in love, it would be Donna. Her heart is always full. She's always looking and seeing the good in people. I remember one time my kids were over and Donna says, "Oh, I just love that person." And my son goes, "No offense, Donna, but you love everybody." And it's true. She does. Her heart is always to help others, to see others in a better place, just like I want to see her in a better place. And we are grateful that God has put us together, that we're able to share a message, to give hope, to help other couples ignite back intimacy in their relationship. And Donna is such a driving force. It's no matter where we go. The last thing I'll say about this woman right now, no matter where we go, no matter who we talk to, she touches the lives of everyone that comes in contact with this woman. So
thank you.
Thank you, babe.
Wow, thank you. So Marie says beautiful couple. So I do see Dr. Stan is back, but if he's ready to come in studio, they must just show me perfect. He is showing me. So my beautiful Jeff, thank you so much for introducing. And I love your woman. I love her very much. I love her the first time I saw her on screen, and that's her beautiful face and her hair. I just loved her. I'm going to bring in Dr. Stan and Nadia. So just give me 1 second. Here we go. Hello, my beautiful Dr. Stan and Nadia. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing excellent on purpose. Thank you.
And I'm blessed to my favorite, just like the both of you. Business is booming, checks are zooming. I'm happy on purpose and good to be here with my ABCD, my adorable brown caramel delight.
I must tell you, Nadia, the first time that Dr. Stan have told us about you on a show, all of us were like wiggling because the way that he was singing and saying that made us feel like, when you had the most delicious ice cream and you lick it and the taste linger in your mouth. That's how we felt when Dr. Stan was talking about you. So my beautiful
by the
Nadia.
way, we were at a restaurant not long ago, and the guy said, would you like some dessert? And I pointed to her. I said, no, sir. I bought my dessert with me, 100% natural.
So my beautiful Nadia, may I ask you, can you please introduce Dr. Stan to the viewers, please?
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Stan, aka Dr. Breakthrough, my amazing husband. He wears many hats. He is absolutely the love of my life. Just a great all around person who has a big heart and a desire to help as many people as possible. He's just a great guy. He's an amazing father, husband. He's an evangelist, an author, speaker, life coach, and so much more. And above all things, he's my best friend. And so that's my hubby.
Wow. I actually struggle so much to blow up this balloon. So this is to you, Nadia. I love it. And what is the one quality that you absolutely love about Dr. Stan?
I love the fact that he's so strong, mentally, emotionally, physically. I love the strength that he has. And I have to always say his heart. I know you only asked for one, but I love, love, love his heart.
I've got goosebumps, Nadia. I've got goosebumps. No, thank you, my beautiful Donna. So I got a message from Marie to say that Donna is amazing soul. Thank you so much for that, Marie. So my beautiful Dr. Stan, please can you introduce beautiful Nadia to the viewers?
Yes, this is my lovely wife, as she already mentioned. She's my best friend. She's the wind beneath my wings. I tell her eyes are like caramels floating upon saucers of milk. And I told her when I'm in her arms, everything's okay. She's a powerful author, a speaker, although she doesn't like speaking much. You are super blessed. This is the first time that we've been on video together for something like this. She's a behind the scene type person. So she's that quiet strength. And she's also not just a powerful person. She's got a love for seniors. She has her own business. She cares. She also is not just a businesswoman, but all of our books, she's the one, her company published those books, and she's published books for so many people. She's very unique. I told her, I told her, I'm married to 1,000 women in one body. There's beautiful hues about her. So, and one time, once I think I get to know the one, and it's like all of a sudden, oh no, here's another one. It's like, okay. So, but she's the epitome of the Bible when it talks about a Proverbs 31 woman, and that also the meek and quiet spirit. And there's a verse in there that says, the heart of her husband does safely trust in her. And so she talks about my heart, but my heart is safe with her. She's the greatest listener I've ever been around, the most kind, gentle person. And, she's just absolutely amazing. And so I love her, love her, love her. I appreciate her. And when I met her, I told her, I said, a lot of people think I do a lot of things. I said, but there's something about you. And I couldn't put my finger on it for a while. After a while, I had to come up with the word essence. It was her essence. But it made me feel like I could be more, do more. Like when I was a little kid, we used to have these PF Flyers sneakers make you run faster and jump higher. And I was like, that's what you are. Your essence is for me, without ever saying the word. And the most important thing I'll say is she exemplifies what I call unconditional love. In other words, she loved me as I was, but yet she inspired me to be a whole lot more.
Well, that's so beautiful. I love it. My beautiful viewers, I love it. I told you you're going to have an amazing show. And then there's two amazing couples also is doing a lot to inspire the world out there to create an amazing togetherness. And like Donna and Jeff, to bring sexy back into your relationship. I had to be careful to say that word. So, my beautiful Donna, before we're going to look at how you're serving the world, and you and Nadia and Dr. Stan, we will look at it in a little bit. But I have my buzzer, and we're going to see how good you know a beautiful Jeff. Okay, your first question. What is his favorite color?
Donna.
Donna. Okay, Donna, you are, but what color of the rainbow is his favorite color?
I'm going to say blue.
It's blue.
And my beautiful Nadia, what is Dr. Stan's favorite color?
I'm going to say red.
Okay, and then beautiful Donna, another question I wanted to ask you. What is the thing that you can tolerate, but sometimes you have to say, my loved one did you.
My loved one did you.
I can give you an example. My loved one, why didn't you close the door? He doesn't close his
Oh.
door. And then somebody told me that many years ago, Sanet, the cupboard door doesn't, your husband doesn't worry about the cupboard door. The cupboard door worries you. So don't every time tell him to close the cupboard door. Go and close the cupboard door if it's the bad, it's bothering you. So what is that thing that you can maybe say? Can you not?
This is a trick question because I married the man because I like who he is. And now you want me to start picking and try to come up with something that is just not like. And I learned this as a remarried widow that and a dating coach, by the way, that you're supposed to find somebody that you like just the way they are. So do I care if he, I don't know, doesn't put the toilet seat down or doesn't?
I do.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm just trying to come up with something.
Okay, you don't have anything. It's okay. So Jeff, just go like this.
Yeah.
You are doing everything right, my beautiful one. And Nadia, do you have something that you love him, you can tolerate it, but sometimes you will say, my loved one, maybe have a suggestion?
Who's he talking? I think
You.
she's talking
Nadia.
Nadia. Your turn,
Yes.
Nadia.
My turn. I would say, okay, we had our youngest son. He's gone off to college, so it's my hubby and myself. And so normally my son would take out the trash on a particular day. So now I have to say, okay, babe, this is the morning when you hear the truck coming by. So he's jumping up trying to get ready and run out there and take the trash out.
But I make it in time, though.
He makes it in time. So that's one thing I would say. Babe, did you take the trash out?
Oh, thank you. That is so beautiful. And beautiful Marie said, 1,000 women in one body. Oh, beautiful Nadia. A beautiful compliment that Marie have given you. That's amazing. So my beautiful Jeff, are you ready for your question?
Of course.
What is Donna's favorite color?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's red. Red.
Okay.
And then the next one's red.
Okay. And you're not going to get away from that so easily. And what is her favorite flower?
Her favorite flower is it's a light pink rose, and she gets them regularly. Matter of fact, it was funny. Just the day before Thanksgiving, one of the guys that works for me came up and said, remember tomorrow's not Thanksgiving, but Valentine's Day, duh. And he says, make sure that you get Donna flowers. And I looked at him and I said, Donna gets 24 flowers every week. And he goes, really? And I'm like, yeah. So flowers aren't going to impress her for Valentine's Day, but I am taking her out for dinner.
Oh, thank you. My beautiful Dr. Stan, what is Nadia's favorite color?
I just asked her that the other day when we were on the breakthrough walk, and she said, I don't have a favorite color. Right?
I said that, yes, but I also said something else. Remember?
I think I tuned out after you said.
Should I tell them what I said? I said mustard. Remember?
Okay. I think you said it's like yellow, but it's not. But I don't remember. You couldn't remember the word right then.
Okay, mustard.
Mustard. Okay.
So I do have a mustard color on my one now, my beautiful Nadia. So I will always remember this is your favorite color. I don't know if I will be doing the same colors. But I will remember. So beautiful, Dr. Stan, what is Nadia's favorite flowers?
I think she prefers plants instead of flowers because I used to give her roses like all the time, but they die. So she likes plants. It's funny because a lot of times when I would buy the flowers, the lady there was she's like, "Are you in trouble?" I was like, "No, I just love my wife. I just want to give her an expression of, and almost like Valentine's Day." She's like, "Babe, we do Valentine's Day almost every day." So I mean, so but anyway, so plants are favorite because they last longer and so forth.
And he's right, hey?
Except
Thank
for the
you,
one time
Roger.
I got 2 dozen roses with $100 bill wrapped around every rose. That was her favorite.
Okay. Oh, wow, that's incredible. So, my beautiful Donna and Jeff, if I can concentrate on what you are doing, can you please tell us how are you serving the world and how do you show women? And I remember clearly when you said to me that one day, you said to I as a woman can demand sexiness back into my marriage. And I thought, okay, let me try. So please tell us, how are you serving the world? Thank you, my beautiful one. Donna, you can. And then if Jeff wants to go in between, you are welcome.
You let me know when you want to interject. I've been obsessed with helping single, soul-searching women who have been out dating later in life for the last 20 years. I published a book. Now I just didn't know how to make a business out of it. And literally 2024 and 2025 have brought us to a place of creating a business to help these women understand there are such amazing men out there. And first, they must understand their own value. Yeah. And so it's been an exciting journey. And Jeff has supported me 100% of the time. In fact, he, like you say, the wind beneath the wings. Like, I am a recovering widow. I am happily remarried. That was a interesting journey to be on, right? So when I wrote my book the first time, I was in my early 40s. I met my late husband. I walked down the aisle at 50. And then I turned around and fell in love again with this amazing man. So I had 2 Mr. Wonderfuls in a row and walked down the aisle again at 60. And it wasn't until a girlfriend of mine turned to me and said, "Girl, how you find love 2 times in a row?" And I was like, I didn't I? And that's when I realized I had value as a dating coach. And now we've taken it even further. Our YouTube channel, which is Sexy After 60, is Jeff and I, female male perspectives for women who are dating later in life. So it's a very exciting time for us. We're here to support them, help them understand their value, because you understand. I know I'm singing to the choir here with Dr. Stan and Nadia, because if we don't understand our value and who we are and what we're about, we cannot be in that healthy, good relationship. Yeah. And so it's been a fun journey. We're excited about what's coming. Mm-hmm. We're here to help our single soul-searching women who are looking for love in all the wrong places, and let them know that, amazing men are out there. They're looking for good women too. Yeah. What do you think?
Well, I was going to say the biggest complaint that we hear is, well, there's no good men out there, which Donna is like, there's plenty of good men out there. But we always encourage them to look at themselves, to work on themselves first. One of my mentors years ago, he's no longer with us, Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn would always say, always, if you want something to change in your life, you have to change. And if you don't change, don't expect anything else to change. The change has to start with you, come with you first. And once you are looking at yourself, and it's that way in everything, whether it's our spiritual journey and knowing the Lord, if we don't humble ourselves and put ourselves before Him and work on ourselves first, you really can't take that message to anybody else. And it's the same thing in relationships. If you don't work on yourself first, nothing's going to change. And you're still going to be attracting the same kind of guys you've always attracted in years past. Why? Because you haven't changed. Nothing's changed. And so it's an exciting journey to be able to minister to these women and just help them to understand their value, their self-value, and really, in a lot of cases, really let them see that you don't have to settle for less. God is not expecting you to settle for less. He didn't create you to settle for less. He created you for an abundant, rich, rewarding life. You are his child, you are his daughter, and he wants you to live like that. So it's very exciting.
I love that. I loved it. I love also that the two dynamic, that both of you, because you are complementing it on each other. We had a guest a few months ago, and he said, Sanet, do you know what is DSD? And I was too scared to ask because I thought, oh goodness, it sounds like almost like something that you don't want to talk about on air. And I was so scared. I said, and I was like shivering underneath because now what is going to come? And he said to me, DSD stands for do something different. And I was so elated. It was not something funny and that the network will not have a problem with me. I just went like this. Oh goodness. Okay. Do something different. If you don't know what to do, turn around and say to yourself, do something different. But in the meantime, my heart was like popping and I was so happy. It was so beautiful, something. So yes, I do agree. And I can also agree in my life. As soon as I start to love myself even more, the weight start even going off more, and I started to love myself unconditionally. So my beautiful Dr. Stan and Nadia, can you please tell us how you are serving the world? I did see your website, your new website together, and it is Nadia, your photographs, the whole website is so beautiful, and I know that you are also going to move not just women but men as well. So please tell us all about that. Thank you.
Well, I serve the world by traveling and speaking, empowering people. And as a matter of fact, I like to give an illustration if I could. Okay. So what I do is I ignite and reignite a passion in people for life, for love, for the Lord, and for business. And so many times people through the hard times, and of course Nadia does it by her quietness, but I'm the more spoken, right? And so a lot of times she's one praying while I'm speaking. So but this is like me and most people. And so when we burn together, so all of us are times in our lives when we need our light to shine. And so I'm the one that ignites or reignites a passion in people for life, for love, for the Lord, and for business. And baby, share a little bit about the site if you don't mind.
Yeah, the Breakthrough Love Online, that is our site. It's we met online about 17, 18 years ago now. So we created a site, of course, for people that's looking for love, uh, particularly on the internet. Now, I know it's a little challenging now. And so we just give tips and a couple of clues and cues to use when you're looking for love or considering dating online. And so that's what we do in reference to that. How I serve the world, I believe, is my passion and everything. It's the senior citizens community. I am absolutely in love with the senior citizens community. So when I wake up and go to sleep, I'm constantly thinking, how can I help this person? How can I help this senior, be better, be stronger? Let them know that their lives matter. A lot of them are alone and days upon days. And if they do get a visitor, it may be for 30 minutes or so. So my passion is for the seniors, whether we're exercising together, they love to tell me about, 50, 60 years ago. And I love to listen because the wisdom that they have, you cannot pay for. And so I have a passion for the senior citizens community. I have my own company, She Cares Life Enrichment, where we serve the senior community. And I just, in the process actually of starting another part to that, which is focusing on exercise and getting them to move, whether it's low impact exercise, chair exercise, anything like that. And they seem to love it. And I love it too. So that's how I serve the world.
I would like to point out that I think we're all seniors here. Maybe not Sanet.
Did you tell them how you're going to serve through your newest book? You want to share that?
Oh, my fit, fabulous, and favorite at 55.
Wow.
So when you're right, you in terms of everyone being a senior. So yeah, you're right. So,
but the word you use, see, I'm 64 years wise, not old, wise, right? But yeah, and not only that, when a couple years ago I was in the hospital with COVID, and they gave, thank God for Nadia and other people praying for me. But I'll never forget, I was just reading the text the other day where she said, "Baby, you got to make it out of this." I think I was like 12 days in ICU, but she said, "You got to make it out of this." And then she said, "What about our ministry to couples?" She sent me a text. I'm like, because Nadia, she's always behind the scenes. Like I always, when I go play, say, "Will your wife speak?" I'm like, "No, she's not going. Just let her be her. She's going to be back there." And even when I preach in churches, I'm like, "Look, I'll sit up the front, but she's not going to sit up front. As long as I can see her out there shaking her head, she's fine, right?" And so when she said that, I was like, "Wait," I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, the ministry of couples." So when I got better, I came home and I was like, "Baby, this text," and she said, "Sometimes you just got to say what you got to say to get the thing across." And so she said, "I knew that would get you." And I said, No, but out of your mouth." So we had a guy ask us about coming on talking. So I said, "Look, we're going to open up some doors." So when you said about this, that's why I reminded her of that. I said, "Now, baby, this is not, I can't go by myself. I can, but it'd be better. They would like for you to go." And so I'm grateful that she said, "Okay, I'll join me."
Good for you, Nadia. Good for you. Whoa, do it.
Whenever I speak and she's not around, I tell them, "I'm going to do good. But wait till I come back another time and bring her. I'm going to be so over the top. You can't even."
I just tell them to keep it kingdom.
Yeah, that's her favorite. That's her favorite. And I heard you speaking earlier. Let me say a word to the women, because in every man, you got to understand there's both a fool and a king. The wise woman will speak to the king in a man and ignore the fool so it dies. But in every man, there's a fool and a king. And when I first married Nadia, it was amazing. But as soon as we got married, and I'm not exaggerating, she said, "My king." I was like, "Oh, no." Because, the way I grew, that's kind of like being arrogant or something. I don't know what it was, but I was like, I don't feel comfortable. She says, "No, you're my king." Matter of fact, when I call her on her phone, it says "my king." So at first I was like, and then one day I was like, "Well, you're my queen." And it dawned on me. She's like, "Look, if he don't recognize all of who he is, I know who I am, right. And I'm gonna keep calling out until it." So, right. So she's my queen, and I'm her king. Come on, somebody. The other day, he can't be a total king without the support of his queen.
Amen.
Amen. I love it. Nadia, I love it. For me, that you know where you stand and that you could say to him, "My king," because you were a queen. Amazing. So I do have a feedback from Marie. She said, Jeff needs to know yourself first. I loved it. Thank you so much, Marie. So Dr. Stan, regarding your couple, the way that you're going to go on in the future with your couple, I actually don't know if the right vocabulary to say your couple breakthroughs. That maybe is
the 21-day Breakthrough Love Challenge.
Yes, please tell us about that.
Well, we teach a concept now called breakthrough love. And breakthrough love is a love that's committed to breaking through any barriers that try to hinder or hurt the relationship. Mm-hmm. So one of the main things we teach about that is any good marriage, there has to be 2 deaths, but only 1 resurrection, right? And so I have to constantly die to, well, this is what I want. This, how some people say, well, I just got to be me, or this is just me, or whatever. And but in a marriage, the me has to be, instead of a me, it has to be a we. And when you turn the word I into we, it'll even turn the word illness into wellness. Ooh, come on, somebody.
Oh, so I like that.
We got a lot of ill couples. We got an ill country. And in order for us to have wellness, we got to change the I to a we. And as a matter of fact, for men, especially, I say, look, we got to change our egos in for a we go. Ooh, come on, somebody. See, ego, EGO, stands for edging God out. Ego, edging greatness out. Ego, edging growth out. And so we got to change that ego to we go, and that is we go together. Matter of fact, I told Nani, I said, look, if you ever try to leave me, I'm leaving with you. And she said, well, Big Boo, she said, if you ever try to leave me, I'm leaving with you. I said, can we make a deal? She said, what's that? I said, if we leave, let's leave together, because if it's that bad, let's both get up out of here. So let me just say this real quick. In our Breakthrough Love Challenge, one of the things also we talk about is that opposites normally attract, right? So, like, for instance, I'm the kite. I'm the kite all over the place. Nadia, she's like the string. Just like she's always saying, "Baby, just breathe. Just breathe." Like she wants the details. I'm like, no, I just want. Let's go. I'll figure it out while I'm going, right? But she's like, okay, but what? Yeah. So here's what happens. Opposites oftentimes attract, but if you're not careful, opposites can then attack. But to be successful opposite, you got to learn to adapt. And so it's that adapting. And so a lot of times, again, we talk about in the Breakthrough Love, if we're focused on, because love is the most powerful strength in the world. What's her name? Tina Turner. I mean, bless her, but I don't agree with her song, that what's love got to do with it? Well, Nadia and I, our motto is love has everything to do with it. True love. And love is not just an emotion, it's a commitment. And so we say that we're a covenant couple building covenant relationships based on the covenant of promise, and we aspire to inspire breakthroughs even after we've expired. And so one of the things we also, we've heard sometimes if you're not careful, you can, and I don't mean physically, but fight with your words, right? And so what we learn to do is instead of fighting face to face, we learn to start fighting side by side. And now the most important part, the way we fight, is back to back. Come on now. You better not look like
So, Dr. Stan, my word for a mic drop is boom shakalaka. So exactly. I've got a message from Marie. She said, Amen, Dr. Stan. So she loved what you said. So my beautiful Donna, for women, particular women, do you have one or two tips that you can bestow on them regarding love?
Yeah, well, first of all, I just want to say I love what Dr. Stan and Nadia stand for and what they're doing. That is beautiful. And one of the things that Jeff and I have discovered and have implemented, and it works, is when we want to discuss something, and this is a tip for single women, but also couples, or when you're dating and you're trying to figure out, you have something on your mind, you want to talk about it. The last thing you want to say to somebody is, can we talk? Or I need to talk, right? Or can we sit down and talk? That just, it puts people on defense. Well, we've actually trademarked ID, intimate dialogue. So when I say to Jeff, yeah, I knew, right? Come on, air drop, chakalaka, and all that. Yeah, it works. It's beautiful. I'll say to him, hey, baby, you know what? Can we dialogue about something that's on my mind? And now it's a two-way conversation. There's never going to be somebody pushing somebody in a corner. Nobody has to get their back up. And so that's a huge nugget, a huge tip anybody can implement right now on their next date, whatever it is for them. And it works. It's so powerful.
It's powerful because what is dialogue? Dialogue is meaningful conversation. A lot of times you people are just talking. And there's an old Jimmy Stewart line where he goes, everybody was talking and nobody was saying anything. And it's like, it's so true. We don't want to just talk. We want to have dialogue. We want to have meaningful conversation between the two of us.
Yeah.
And sometimes we do just talk and we have fun and it's lighthearted. But when we really want to get down to something or discuss something, one of us will say, can we have some dialogue? And at that point, we both understand, okay, now we need to turn our ears up and be listening emphatically rather than a lot of people, when you're talking to them, they're just formulating a response.
Right.
They're not really listening to what you're saying. A lot of times they're not interested in what you're saying. They're just wanting to form a response. And especially if it's in a couple situation where there's some tension and one of them wants to be right. And we've said this ever since I've known Donna. We don't care about being right.
Go ahead, give him this. Give him this. The delivery, honey. Give him the delivery.
Which one?
You can be right.
Oh. Well, I'll just say this real quick. Every time that there's a young couple at our church getting married, we'll go and I'll pull the groom over to the side and I'll say, "Now listen to me. You can be right or you can be happy, but you're not going to be both." So, and the first time I ever said that, there was like 4 or 5 of the other men in the church that had gotten around, and they all go, "He's right. Listen to him. That's true." It's like, yeah, you can be right or you can be happy, and who cares about being right? If I love this woman, which I do, I don't care about being right. I want to minister to her heart, love on her, and put her in a better place, which means dialogue and making sure that she is happy. And as anybody with a happy marriage knows, happy wife, happy life. And
so that is number one tip, Sanet, which was whatever it is I said. What
Dialogue.
did I say? Dialogue. So that was number one. That's huge, right?
Yeah.
And the second thing is, if people would understand to focus on what they want and never about what they don't want. And I do this literally. So focus on what you're looking for, what you want. Focus on where love is, not where it's not. I have a foundation of activity. This is how I met 2 Mr. Wonderfuls in a row, because I didn't do the pro and the con. In my world, there is no con. So it's the pro and the pro. What do I want? What am I looking for? What do I desire? And so always pivot to what you're looking for, love in all the right places, right? Then you don't go off track. You don't go off into the weeds.
Yeah.
So those are 2 nuggets, 2 tips for the ladies and the gentlemen out there.
Donna, you are taking your glasses off too fast. I cannot get a photograph taken. No, you have to wait because I've got the screen now open, but I will do it again. So my beautiful Nadia, can you give the viewers out there 2 tips regarding love?
Regarding love. Sure. Like I said, one of the things that I really love about my husband is his heart. And so what I would encourage people out there to do is to really get to know the person's heart. And you can do that by listening, effective listening, listening to their heart. I hear what he's saying through his heart. I can't really put it into words, but it's just, I hear your heart. So when you can hear someone's heart when they're speaking, I think that opens up the doors for, I would say, effective communication. I think I've mastered my husband, and that's another thing I think is so important. Learn how to master your spouse or your significant other. And you do that by listening and not so quick to respond, but really hearing the heart, what they're saying. And so that's and I think that's a skill set that people have to really work on, because like Jeff said, that even though when it's time for a conversation, or I'm sorry, Donna may have said that, people are already formulating what they're going to say, their response. Instead, you should be listening and saying, okay, now God, I hear him or her. Now just give me the wisdom and the words to say, to respond, so that it can be an effective response.
Yeah.
Go ahead, girl.
So let me just take a photograph. Just hold. Thank you, my beautiful one. I love it. I'm going to go and ask Dr. Stan now. Dr. Stan, what is Nadia's love language?
Oh, well, her love language is physical touch. Her top one. Or did you change? Is it still there? All right. Okay. Yeah, that was one of the things that when we first met, I dialogued with her about that, and we found out each other's love languages that we can speak on person. But I like what she said, though, baby, I like all of them. I like
Did
it.
you hear him, honey? He used our
Yeah,
word.
yeah. Quality time is a good one with her too, but physical touch and closeness. But let me mention when you talked about dialogue. So this is so powerful what Nadia does. So I'm like super animated, right? And I'm like, so I'm always like, and she's like, baby, just breathe, just. So sometimes I could be like over the top, like for people, right? So one of the things Nadia learned that just got me, she said, matter of fact, when I first heard her voice, I was like, you really talk like that? She's like what? I was like soft like that. No. First she said, yeah. I said, do you really talk like that? She said, well, was there something wrong? I was like, no. And she said, well, how do I talk? I was like, soft. And I was like, I like that. I really like that. So here's one thing she did. When you say dialogue, here's how she disengages me from going like this. She'll say, sweetheart, can I say something to you without you getting upset? I was like, you can now. But the scripture says, a soft answer turneth away wrath. Yep. A grievous word stir up anger. And she's mastered that quiet. She knows who she is. She's firm who she is, but just that quiet demeanor and it just not disengages, but just fuels or it cuts it out. I'm like, okay.
Tone.
Oh yeah. So that's what she always. Yeah, baby, should tone. Because first it was like I'd be like, and she's like, no, it's just the tone, the way So, but the fact that she said, "Can I say something to you or ask you something without you getting upset?" Then it's just like, I'm an open book now. Yeah, wide open. But one of the things that I could say to men out there that I know that transformed me was to pray for your wife every day. But not just pray for your wife. It's a special prayer. And I pray, Lord, love Nadia through me the way she wants to be loved. So I pray, Lord, love her physically. Yeah. Okay. Love her emotionally, love her psychologically, love her sexually, love her financially, love her every way that she needs to be loved. But Lord, you have to do that through me.
Yeah.
Dr.
And if I
Stan,
can just say one more thing, because I think I had two. You asked me for two.
See, I always tell stories and go all over the place. Nadia's right to the point.
I want to piggyback on something something that we discussed earlier, and that was tone. It is so important, ladies. You can say whatever you need to say and get your point across if you just learn to monitor your tone, how you say what you say.
She mastered
because
that.
I can still say, can I have a word with you? Can we talk without you getting upset? But the way I say that is why he's like, yeah, whatever you want. And that's normally what he says, whatever you want, baby. Because like I said, not only have I mastered, and this is not in a negative way when I say I mastered my husband, but I have.
Oh, I like being mastered by you, baby.
I learned.
Good answer. We'll play.
I learned how to say, because I know he's like, he's so passionate about everything. So I learned how to say what needs to be said and get my point across and be firm and monitor my tone without him feeling like I'm coming at him, or I'm, it's I can still say what I want to say, like, babe, can we have a sit down? Or what's that you say? I'm gonna start using what Donna says. Dialogue. Yes.
Honey, I like the dialogue now.
I'm gonna bring it down a notch. I won't say it at 10. I'll say it at 5.
But listen, but husbands and wives alike, you got to get this though. Marriage at times will be the hardest yet most worthwhile work you will ever do. Let me say it again. Marriage at times will be the hardest yet most worthwhile work you will ever do. I promise you, you will not regret it.
At times.
Yeah. So at times, and there's other times it's like a piece of cake. It's like, but there's those times, and at those times you got to be, that's why you got to have breakthrough love. You're committed to, we're going to break through this. Okay, let me stop.
Exactly. So I do have Christiana that have put her glasses on, and Marisa, Donna dropped the my girlfriend. So we've got. Let me just see more. No, that's all. But I wanted to let you know it's time for our paparazzi pen for your golden nuggets. I just want to let you know, my beautiful ones, me and my husband and myself is married for almost 35 years. He's my teddy bear, Nadia, and I am the one that does like Dr. Stan, and you will say to me, Sanet, well, we call ourselves the Afrikaans name for loved one. We will say Liefie. Then he will ask me, "Did you think about this?" And then I give him a shot like this. And before I can say anything, I thought, "Oh, I didn't think about that." So I totally agree, Nadia. And my husband doesn't say a lot, but he is a beautiful teddy bear. Last night I cried in my sleep with our Miracle Man. So Donna knows Miracle Man, Howard Brown. And my nails is also for Howard Brown. And I had a dream about him. And I cried in my dream. I didn't wake up. And my husband woke me up this morning. He said, "You cried last night. You didn't wake up." But all I did, I just held you in my arms. Oh, I just love this man. But yes, he is my rock because he let me think further than sometimes I allow myself to do. So I'm truly blessed with that. So, my beautiful ones, we are going to do a golden nugget, but I've got a message for all of you. Oh, amazing couples. Wow, wow, wow. Love it. So, my beautiful Donna, what is your golden nugget?
I already gave it to you, but do you have another one, honey? What's a good tip we can give a goal? Because I gave it earlier. I mean, we want a double whammy here. She's like, yeah, look, honey, she's getting ready to paparazzi us.
Okay, it's all right. You can paparazzi. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Right.
And beautiful Jeff, what is your golden nugget?
Be true to yourself. Ask
Love it.
ask yourself when something comes up, and I've learned this from this woman here. When something happens, what I used to do is my first thought was just to do whatever
What?
A short answer. Sorry, Jeff.
Just be true to yourself. Ask yourself, what do you really want, and then go with that.
Perfect. Are you ready for paparazzi?
Always.
Thank you. My beautiful Dr. Stan, what is your golden nugget?
Well, the golden nugget I want to give you right now is to learn to be aware of the unawareness of others. Aware of the unawareness of your spouse. Sometimes our spouse will say something, do something, and we think they're doing that to get on our nerves. But you got to be aware that sometimes they're unaware of what they're saying or doing is hurting you. So that's dialogue time.
Are you ready for paparazzi? Oh, I love it. I love it. So, Nadia, do you have a golden nugget for us?
Yeah. Do the work.
I love it. Look to the point. Yes, are you ready for paparazzi? Oh, wow. Thank you, my amazing couples. It was a true blessing to have the two of you and to see you and touch each other. That is incredible. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for loving each other and showing it to us. So, my beautiful couples, let me just get my. Are you ready to have a dance with me?
Yes.
My beautiful diamond beauties and my beautiful viewers, are you ready to have a dance with us? They said yes. They said yes. Here we go. Dr. Stan. Yes, thank you, my beautiful viewers, for being here. I know that you have got so many golden nuggets out of our amazing show today. Please join us again on Thursday. But now the couples series of love and communication is done. Valentine is done. So thank you. So my beautiful guests, just stay a few seconds and then we're going to say goodbye. Bye-bye.